Tvat vartaya tarishyamaha tavakaihi dustaram tamaha. Tvat vartaya tarishyamaha tavakaihi dustaram tamaha. For us the only way is to think about you, to sing about your glory, to chant and recite your names, to listen to the narrations about you. That is the only way. Tarishyamaha tavakaihi dustaram tamaha. In order to overcome the sharp ignorance cast by your tamoguna, this is the only way for us. So we are in your association. If this association is cut away or denied, we are lost forever. Understand that we are not ascetics. We cannot do the tapasya, the penance that they are given to. Smarandaha kirtayandaste kırdani gadidani ja gatyusmide kshanakshveli yendraloho kavidambanam. Smarandaha kirtayandaste kırdani gadidani ja. People like me are not big ascetics. We cannot think of staying in forests as recluses. We may not have that much of dispassion and austerity as well. So our story is entirely different. The path available to us, the means of elevating ourselves should obviously be different. And that is why I plead before you, you should take me also along with you wherever you go. Why? Smarandaha kirtayandaste kırdani gadidani ja. We are given to remembering you, my dear Lord. Remembering you in all possible ways. Whatever you speak, whatever you do, all this becomes a subject of memory and constant memorization for us. Though we are living in this world, we are always full with, inebriate with your memories, your actions, your words, your sportful items, everything. Gati usmide kshanakshveli yendraloka vidambanam. Your gait, the manner in which you walk, you will walk in very different ways. Sometimes like a child, sometimes like a middle-aged man, sometimes like an old man. So I have been associated with you ever since my association started. I have a vivid memory of all that took place about you. Then the manner in which you smile, the glances that you cast, then the mirth and merriment with which you talk, you also act. All these things are remembered by us. And this memory is what is, according to us, the divine element in our life. A man who remembers God becomes God. A man who remembers the world becomes world and worldly. In my case, or people like us, we have only your association, your memory and your remembrances. Nothing else is there to elevate us from the worldly life of affliction, the Tapatraya world. Yendraloka vidambanam. What does it mean? In all these things, you are just imitating the human ways. You are imitating. Actually, you are there in a human embodiment. In reality, the whole of inside the body, you are completely divine, the supreme, the transcendent reality. But because you have taken a human embodiment, all that you do is actually in an imitational manner. It is not in a real manner. Now these imitations make all of them more beautiful, more charming and more alluring. Smarandaha kirtayandaste kırdani gaditani ja gatyusmide kshanakshveli yendraloka vidambanam. Uddhava has completed his first statement, confession. And what was his prayer? Naham tavangri kamalam kshanardham abhikeshava tyektum samutsahe natha swadhama nayamamabi. This is what any devotee should have as the last wish of his life. Take me to where you are, my dear Lord. I am not able to keep away from you, from your lotus feet, even for half a second. Now that you are resolved, you are determined to leave the earth, I have only one prayer: take me also along. My dear viewers, I would ask you to examine your own minds and hearts and then say, if you are a devotee, are you prepared to make, are you prone to make this kind of a prayer, a submission, a beseeching statement as Uddhava has made. Otherwise, our devotion is not true at all. Srimad Bhagavata, by presenting an Uddhava of this kind before Krishna and then presenting before us the conversation that transpired between them, I think it is giving us a lot of enlightenment about who is a devotee, what is devotion, what should be the motivation the devotion instills in the mind of a devotee, and what will God do in the matter of elevating the devotee, accepting him. When a crisis of separation comes for the devotee, what is he supposed to do? Uddhava had the crisis of separation, impending separation from the Lord. And he said, you should take me along with you. Very good. This is what everyone should say. Let us see what Krishna is going to do in reply. Is Krishna going to take Uddhava? Is it possible for anybody? I think all these subjects come up for examination, inquiry and proper assessment. Sri Shuka Uvacha Evam Vijnapido Rajan Bhagavan Devaki Sudaha Ekantinam Priyam Bhrityam Uddhavam Samabhashada Evam Vijnapido Rajan Bhagavan Devaki Sudaha. See how Shuka describes Krishna. Devaki Sudaha, though born of Devaki, from the loins of Vasudeva, he is biologically a son of Vasudeva and Devaki. But in reality, in terms of his content, splendor, divinity, that spiritual brilliance, etc., he was really Bhagavan. I have already explained who is a Bhagavan. Bhagavan is actually a concept and an evaluation of our own mind. We consider a human to be a Bhagavan when he possesses 6 beautiful virtues and excellences. What are they? Aishwaryasya samagrasya dharmasya yashasashriyah jnana vairagyayoschaiva shannam bhagaitirana. What does it mean? Anybody who has these 6 excellences, he is considered to be a Bhagavan. Krishna was one, and perhaps Rama was another. Like that, we can have more Bhagavans. All must be human beings first, and they must have these 6 embellishments, enrichments, splendors or excellences. What are they? Aishwaryasya samagrasya. He should not feel any dearth of Aishwarya, prosperity, pomp and glory. Dharmasya yashasashriyah, and he must be an embodiment of dharma. He must not be lacking in that. What is proper, what is propriety, what is righteous, what exactly is elevating to the human mind and soul. He must know about it and he must embody it. Dharmasya yashasashriyah. He must have abundant fame. Fame will not come easily. Only when a person is found to be famous, either in his character or in his behavior or in his attainments or in his interaction, others must recognize that he has qualities and excellences which are otherwise very rare in the world. Now such things must be there. Then automatically a person becomes famous. You don't have to aspire for fame, but find out what are the qualities which are famous in the human world and try to imbibe them, display them, manifest them, contain them in ample measure. Then automatically you will become famous. Aishwaryasya samagrasya dharmasya yashasa shriyah. What is Sri? Sri is a wonderful psycho-intellectual possession and enrichment, according to me. We describe a man as a Sreemad. We describe a woman as a Srimati. So Sri is common to both men and women. This Sri is actually bestowed upon by that beautiful mind which doesn't have a sense of want at all. Kamaihi analabdhadhiyaha, as Krishna is going to explain elsewhere. The mind should not be enveloped by any kind of a desire. If it is desire free, it becomes full. It becomes an embodiment of contentment. It becomes very splendorous, beautiful. Dharmasya yashasashriyah jnana vairagyayoschaiva. Then jnana, spiritual wisdom. Normally wisdom, jnana, refers to the knowledge about the objective world. knowledge about the objects. But that is not sufficient. The objects are ultimately illusory. They are dependent. There is something independent, and that is the subject, the self. And that is what goes by the name God, Brahman, etc. So that spiritual wisdom should be there in an excellent, adequate, abundant measure. Vairagya, equally so dispassion. See whether Krishna has enough dispassion at all or not. He is going to destroy the entire family, and by the very law and process of destruction, he is going to be hit, and he will also drop his body. In doing so, he has no problem. What a beautiful and excellent Dwaraka was built. And the entire Dwaraka was going to be left. And the very people who stood by his side to do whatever he wanted to and for what he was born, all of them are going to be destroyed right in front of his own eyes. The Brahmanas, the sages, pronounced a curse. Krishna he never raised his little finger even in order to undo it or redress it. He accepted it as a timely requirement. As he alone describes, just like the bamboo clusters in the forest, in wind they rub each other, and then suddenly fire sprouts from there, and the entire fire destroys the whole bamboo clusters. In the same manner, I will see that some fire is ignited in my own lineage, and they will get destroyed by it. How much of dispassion Krishna must have had, just imagine. In taking anything, as well as in leaving whatever is necessary. And how many people he destroyed? So many wicked people, 15 crores as I said. So Vairagya also he had in ample measure. That is why Krishna is called Bhagavan. The Bhagavad Gita is called Bhagavad Gita because it is a Bhagavan Krishna who sang it. And whoever listens to it, imbibes the message, he will also become a Bhagavan. Evam Vijñāpido Rajan Bhagavan Devaki Sudaha. Devaki Sudaha, born in from Devaki's womb, but really Bhagavan. Ekamtinam Priyam Bhrityam Uddhavam. Nobody was there by their side. Uddhava approached him in loneliness. There was nobody by the side. Because this was a very private spiritual conversation meant for a seeking mind, an yearning mind, a distressed mind. Nobody else should be there. This should be a conversation between the speaker and the hearer. There should be exclusiveness on the part of both. The exponent should have exclusiveness in the matter of exposition, no distraction whatsoever, and constantly the presence and the sight of the seeker. Looking at him, the speaker speaks, and looking at the speaker, the listener listens and absorbs. So, Ekamtinam Priyam Bhrityam Uddhavam. Uddhava was very dear to Krishna. It is very difficult to say whether Krishna was more beloved to Uddhava or Uddhava was more beloved to Krishna. Priyam Bhrityam. Like the pupil of his eye, Uddhava was Bhrityam. At the same time, he was a servant, a minister, a counselor, a consultant, an errand person, everything. That Uddhavam Samabhashada. He spoke to him, perhaps for the first time in the life of both. They got an opportunity to converse each other in this manner. So it was a very, very, very benedictory occasion. Uddhava was very fortunate, and Krishna also was very fortunate that he had an opportunity to be spoken to by his dear servant and devotee like this, and he could exchange with him a number of ideas meant for the whole humanity and its salvation. Evam Vijñāpito Rajan Bhagavan Devaki Sudaha Ekamtinam Priyam Bhrityam Uddhavam Samabhashada. Now we are moving to the 7th chapter of Mukti-skandham, Ekadasha Skandha. After having heard the confession Uddhava had to make, and he made, Bhagavan Krishna replies, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Yadathamam Mahabhaga Tachikirshidameva me Brahma Bhavo Lokapalaha Swarvasam Mebhikankshinaha. Maya nishpadidam hyatra devakaryamasheshada yadartham avatirnoham amshena brahmanarthida kulam vai shapanirdagham nangshyati anyonya vigrahad samudraha saptamehenyedam purim cha plavayishyati Yadathamam Mahabhaga Tachirshidameva me. Hey Mahabhaga, most fortunate person, even exalted person as you are, whatever you have said, Yadatha Mam, whatever you have confessed to me, spoken to me, Tachirshidameva me, it is really so. I also intend to do what you have said. Tachirshidameva me. That is also what I am desiring. Brahma bhavo lokapalaha sarvasam mebhikangshinaha. I am actually late in the matter of departing from this world. Normally people live here maximum 120 years. In my case, I have extended my stay 5 more years. That is why Brahma and the others became impatient and they decided to come in a group. And they submitted before me a memorandum that I should return very soon. It is at the request of Brahma, behest of Brahma, that I decided to come in a human form to relieve the earth of the excess wicked load she was suffering from. Brahma bhavo lokapala. Not only Brahma, Lord Shiva also came. The guardians of the worlds also came. Swarvasam mebhikangshinaha. And they told me, my dear Lord, enough and more. Please come back to the heavenly abode where you should really sit. This is only a temporary mission that you had taken up and it has been completed. I requested you and I now say, please come back. All your mission is fulfilled. Brahma bhavo lokapala sarvasam mebhikangshinaha. All of them are uniformly desiring that I should go back to my heavenly abode. Maya nishpadidam hyatra devakaryam asheshadaha yadartham avatirnoham amshena brahmanarthida. Maya nishpadidam hyatra devakaryam asheshadaha. Uddhava, do you know? I have not come to the world of my own accord. I was asked to come here. I don't have any desire anytime, anywhere in this world. I am a desire-free man. I am an aptakama. There is nothing to motivate me at all from my side. In the wind blowing, in the river flowing, in the akasha remaining as it is there any desire? So I don't have any desire at all. If at all I have come here, devakaryamasheshadaha yadartham avatirnoham amshena brahmanarthidaha. I decided to be born as the son of Devaki only because Brahma, the Creator Lord, specifically besought me to do so. Brahmana arthidaha. Specifically requested and desired by Brahma. Yadartham avatirnoham amshena. It is not that the universal Lord, the universe is endless. The Lord of the universe should be many times so endless. That Lord does not completely get born. Only a part of the Lord gets born as a human being. The whole Lord cannot be born anywhere. Where will he be born? So a very small part takes a human form. So with an amsha I have been born. Yadartham avatirnoham. For what purpose I took this human birth? Devakaryam asheshadaha maya nishpadidam. Maya nishpadidam hyatra devakaryam asheshada yadartham avatirnoham amshena brahmana arthida. See, I have come here in order to fulfill the need of the devas, the higher superhuman powers. And while doing so, in my birth you will find something very special and excellent and unique. Normally, avataras are just one. In my case, I have also been born with Balarama, my brother. So the word amshena can also be explained and interpreted as along with Balarama. So in the life of Krishna, you will find Krishna and Balarama are together. Such togetherness is not generally found in divine incarnations. Maya nishpadidam hyatra. There is something like Naranarayana, that also is there. Maya nishpadidam hyatra devakaryam asheshataha yadartham avadirnoham amshena brahmanarthidaha. So we decided to take birth. And I and my brother have stood together in the matter of accomplishing the purpose of Devas. Kulam vai shapanardagdham nangshyati anyonya vigrahad samudraha saptamenyedam purim cha plavayishyati. Just see how beautifully, steadily, clearly, firmly Krishna is pronouncing what is going to happen. He doesn't have any agitation. He doesn't have any worry. He doesn't have any kind of a misgiving about anything. Kulam vai shapanardagdham. My own family, my own lineage, it has been subjected to a curse from the sages. Sages cursed my family. Uddhava, understand it. Kulam vai shapanardagdham. It is already burning. It is getting scorched. The scorching has already started. Nangshyati anyonya vigrahad. To destroy my family, no external enemy or force is necessary. They will pick up a quarrel between themselves and they will start fighting, forgetting about their own oneness. Nangshyati anyonya vigrahad. A very unique way of destroying one whole clan. Anyonya vigrahad. One person against another person, one group against another group, the whole family divided into two sections, halves, and one half fighting the other half. Samudraha saptamenyedam. And what is going to happen to Dwaraka, this wonderful city, almost celestial city, with all the glories, splendor, conveniences, roads, facilities, buildings, parks, Chandrashala, etc. Saptamenyedam. On the seventh day, Purim cha samudraha plavayishyati. This whole Dwaraka, Puri, will be completely swallowed by the sea. Swallowed by the sea. If anything can swallow the earth, it is only Samudra. Samudraha saptamenyedam Purim cha plavayishyati. In the year 1974, when I first went to United States and Canada, we were having a drive, and on the way, the people who were driving me, they showed me that rocky mountain. A number of mountains are there, all are very, very rocky. And on the top you will find something like slate things. Stones are like slate, and pointed edges, peaks are there. We were discussing, all those rocky mountains were at one time under the sea. The earth must have undergone a tilt. So the entire Samudra flowed into another direction, and what was under the sea came up as huge mountains. Maybe after some time the same jugglery will take place. I am talking to you from Kerala, and you are listening to me from different parts of the globe, from the land. Maybe sometime you will find the present lands will be under the sea, and whatever is under the sea will come up as mountains and plains. So in Samudra swallowing the Dwaraka, there is nothing unusual. It is all part of the whole harmony of nature, wholesome harmony. Kulam vai shapanardagdham nakshyati anyonya vigrahad samudraha saptamenyedam purim cha plavayishyati. I would like you to reflect how Krishna makes all these statements in such a beautiful cohesion. Without getting the least upset, he is simply saying it, like the flow of a river. Yarhyevayam maya tyakto lokoyam nashtamangalaha bhavishyatyajirat sadho kalina abhinirakritaha. Yarhyevayam maya tyakto lokoyam nashtamangalaha bhavishyati ajirat sadho kalina abhinirakritaha. Uddhava, let me tell you. You said, I must take you along with me. I am giving you the answer for it. There is a distress, a crisis in your mind, I agree. But the redress for the crisis is not in the manner in which you are perhaps contemplating. Yarhyevayam maya tyakto logoyam nashtamangalaha. The moment I leave Dwaraka, I leave this earth, this will become nashtamangalaha. It will lose all its auspicious luster, all its fortune. Bhavishyati ajirat sadho kalinapi nirakritaha. The moment I go away, Kali is waiting to swallow it, gallop in and take it over. So my disappearance from the earth is not merely going to affect you in person or my clan in person. The whole of the earth is going to be affected. At present, the human society has got a certain psycho-intellectual structure, tendencies, motivations, inspirations and the like. The moment I go away, you will find it will bring about a paradigm shift, a sea change. All the tendencies will become different. Fissiparous tendencies will start overtaking and overruling the minds of the people. Destructional notes will be rampant everywhere. It is not going to be coexistence, it is going to be co-destruction. Yarhyevayam maya tyakto logoyam nashtamangalaha bhavishyati ajirat sadho kalina vinirakritaha. Kali is waiting to step in and take over. The moment I go, she gets her opportunity.